I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, shalom. And this is your brother Yakanan back at you again with another lesson. Just going through the spirit. Uh, got a chance to get off work earlier today, so I thought I'd go ahead and get into it. We at the end. It's a high time to prophesy, um, um, and that's all it is to it. It's a high time to prophesy. I mean, the downfall of this wicked kingdom, Babylon the Great, aka America, is at hand. It is at hand. Okay. Um, um, well, as you know, hopefully you know, Russia has basically set things up for America to be put in a situation. All right, they currently are drafting. They're drafting their men now. They're drafting their citizens now. All right, okay. So I don't know what move NATO is going to make, what move America is going to make. But if they invade Ukraine, trying to take down uh, uh, um, Ukraine, trying to take down Russia to stop Russia's movement, then it's going to be World War III. So we are here. We have arrived at the point of the freedom of the children of Israel um, by Gog, Magog, all right, and Russia. I guess we could start there. All right. We'll start there at Ezekiel 38, the 38th chapter. All right. And it says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. All right. And say, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy armies, horses, and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Okay. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmet, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And after many days thou shalt be visited, and in the latter years thou shalt come into a land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Okay. So what this is saying is that the Lord is raising up Gog and Magog. He's also raising up the other nations to come against Babylon the Great, which is America. All right. We go to Jeremiah 51 and 7. All right. Jeremiah 51 and 7. All right. And it reads, Hearken unto me. Oh, I got the wrong. It's Isaiah. Salaki. Jeremiah 51 and 7. And it reads, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that has made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Okay. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Okay. So the nations is drunk in the wine of America. Okay. They took in their democracy. They've taken in their laws as far as and decrees and try to be just like them. You know, idol worship, LGBT, homosexuality, okay, has been brought to all the nations. They followed behind America, and therefore they are mad. Why? They're going to be mad because they're going to lose all their money. All the economies are beginning to fall right now as we speak. The UK announced the other day, so that would have been the 25th, that their pound their pound is falling. Their currency. Okay, all right. So that's happening all over the earth. China, all right, okay, and I think Lebanon, their currency is falling as well. All right. So I mean, China has actually stop the people from withdrawing their money from the banks. All right, they have set the military out in front of the banks. All right, and that's soon coming to America. Okay, real soon, because with all the nations withdrawing their the dollar, withdrawing away from the dollar and going with other currencies, that's weakening our dollar and causing the inflation. All right, so we're getting really close to that World War III. Okay, all right, because that's usually what happens when people the currencies fall. That's when they go to war. Countries go to war. All right. Okay. All right. So, all right, let's go to Isaiah 13th chapter. All right. All right. All right. So that Isaiah the 13th chapter shows us what's going to happen. Okay, a lot of what's going to happen. The basically the market's falling and the Medes being raised up, the actual Persians and Medes being raised up, the Iranians. All right, so let's go to Isaiah the 13th chapter. Okay, and this is what we're doing. We're prophesying against this wicked kingdom. And the Lord asks us to lift up the banner, which is the Bible, on the high mountain, okay, which is America, and prophesy against this place. All right. All right. Isaiah the 13th chapter. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. All right. And this has already done happened. The elite, they've sprung into action with the New World Order. They see the men of the Lord on the streets prophesying week in and week out the downfall of America and the downfall of this kingdom. All right, this kingdom rulership. All right, ruled by Esau Edom. All right, the so-called ancient Romans. All right, so-called white people. All right, verse 3: I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. So he's called forth his sanctified ones, which will be the saints, all right, which will come out of the children of Israel, you Negroes, Native Americans, and Latinos. All right, all right, and like I said, I have commanded my sanctified, and I have also called my mighty ones, which are the angels, which are soon to come into this atmosphere and level this place by way of the chariots and the UFOs. Okay, those so-called UFOs are the chariots of the Lord. All right, that are going to enter into this atmosphere and give salvation to the elect of Israel. All right, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. All right, so this has nothing to do with Christianity at all. All right, nothing to do with Christianity at all. Let me get that at Acts 11 and 26. All right, Acts 11 and 26, and we're just flowing through in the spirit. Okay, Acts 11 and 26, and it reads, and when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. and the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. Okay, the disciples of Hamashiach, Yahushua, the one you call Jesus, they were first called Christians in Antioch. Before that, what were they? I'm waiting. What were they before that? All right, I'll tell you. They were Israelites. Okay, all right, they were Israelites. Okay, the Hamashiach, Yahushua, was the Israelite from the tribe of Yahweh or Judah. Okay, so I'll read that again. And he had found him. He brought him unto Antioch, and it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people, and the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. So it was a term they used to basically identify them with the Hamashiach. All right, but it wasn't who they were, who the Most High created them to be, which was Israelites. All right, it's just that this was a religion. They created a religion out of this word, Christianity. Okay, they created a religion out of this word. Okay, so-called ancient Romans. All right, they created a religion out of the word Christianity, but it wasn't who they were. They were Israelites. Okay, they were of the elect. Okay, all right, and we go to Isaiah 45. Isaiah 45 and I think it's 4. Isaiah 45 and 4. That's it. Isaiah 45. All right. Isaiah 45 and 4. All right, I'll read 3 first. And I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that the Lord, which called thee by thy name, am the God of Israel. So he's not the God of the whole world. He's not the God of anyone else but Israel. Okay, and I don't mean those folks that are over there in Israel right now, because they're not of the people. All right, they're not the they're not the chosen seed of the Lord. There's maybe a few of them, not saying, you have people over there in Demonia, I think it's Demonia, Israel, and then of course the seed is somewhere there, but the people who took over the land were not the true Jews, the true tribe of Yahweh. Okay, okay, all right. They got the small hats over there now. Okay. All right, so we'll read that. And I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Lord, would call thee by thy name, am the Most High of Israel. So he's going to give them the treasures of darkness and hidden riches, okay, which is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Holy Bible. Okay, verses 4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. Israel, mine elect. Okay, so the elect of Israel. Okay, the elect of Israel, the chosen seed, will only come out of Israel. Okay, not out of the whole world or other nations. All right, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Okay, so the Lord is dealing with Israel. So the nations, the Lord is going to pretty much destroy all the nations and get a kingdom of heaven to the children of Israel. Okay, that's basically the synopsis of the whole Bible. Okay, the chosen seed will come back to the Lord in spirit and truth, and they will be redeemed by the Hamashiach. They will be redeemed. Okay, even though they were scattered to the four corners of the earth. Okay, all right. And so, all right, I guess I'll go into that because I done mentioned it now, haven't I? Okay, so Deuteronomy 28 and 64, it tells you that the Lord will scatter his people to the four corners of the earth. All right, let's read that real quick. At Deuteronomy 28 and verse 64. Find that real quick. All right, Deuteronomy 28, verses 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Okay? All right. So the Lord will scatter the Israelites all over the earth. All right. And that's how, and they will be redeemed by the blood of Yahushua when he returns with the chariots and takes them up out of the areas in which they were scattered. Okay. All right. All right. Let me see. Can I find that real quick? Second. Salakia. All right. I have it. Hold on. I have it on my phone. Salakia. But yeah, he basically is going to redeem them from the earth. Okay. And first, what I do is I read Luke 1 and 68, and then I get that. Luke 1 and 68. Luke 1 and 68. It says, "Blessed be Yahweh, our power of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people, and has raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David." So the house of David did come over, okay, to this land, okay, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. Because through generation, reincarnation, that's how this was able to be attained and achieved. The prophets of old are back today. Okay, we are the prophets of old. Okay, through regeneration and reincarnation. All right, the spirits will regenerate. The spirit never dies. It's just the flesh that dies and goes back to the Most High. Okay, so read that again. Luke 1 and 68. Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people and raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers and to remember his holy covenant. All right. So I'll stop right there. So basically, they're gonna so when you look at the children of Israel and the Israelite, you have to determine, were they in say that the small hats that are over there in the land right now, okay, are they basically, have they been redeemed from their enemies? Okay, are they being oppressed? No, they're not being oppressed. They get something like $38 billion a year, okay, from America. Okay. So they get $38 billion a year. All right. They're not being oppressed. Okay. All right. All right. We're talking about total rulership of the world. Okay. When Israelites return to that land, they're going to have total rulership of the whole planet. Okay. It's just simple as that. All right. Okay. They're going to have control over all the resources. All right. Control over all the gold, all the silver, everything. Okay. All right. So let's prove that by going to Romans 9. Romans chapter 9, the ninth chapter. Romans the ninth chapter, verses 3. And this is Paul speaking. All right. And Paul was an Israelite. Okay. All right. So I guess we'll start with Romans chapter 11 first. that shows that he is an Israelite. All right. Romans 11:1. I say that has the Most High cast away his people. Most High forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin. Okay, so Paul was an Israelite. Okay, so the book of Romans, Thessalonians, Ephesians, all those books written by Paul, okay, were addressed to the scattered elect Israelites. All right, so Romans 9:3, for I could wish that myself were a curse from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of law and the service of the Most High and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came, who is over all, Most High, blessed forever. Amen. So as you can see, even Hamashiach came for only the Israelite, the elect. All right, that's who he came to redeem from the earth. Okay, not the whole world. Okay, okay. Let me. I think I had that scripture. I wanted to read to you. Salakia. Let's see if I can find it. All right. All right, so I'll pass on that one for now. But the scripture goes like that, and he's going to gather his elect from the four winds. All right, and it's in Matthew, I think 24th chapter, but I forgot what verse it's in. All right, so let's see, can I find it one more time? What was in here? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I thought it's in 24th chapter. Okay, so he's going to redeem them from the earth. All right, and in Matthew 24:31, and it reads, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect. We just told you who the elect was. They were from Israel, and Israel is the scattered. They were scattered to the four corners of the earth. All right, in slavery. That's what you got to understand. They were scattered to the four corners of the earth in slavery. All right, in the Babylonian captivity, in the Greek captivity, all right, and the Roman captivity, and right now we're in the revised Roman Empire because they came back. They came back into power in the 1300s. Okay, the so-called Edomites, the so-called white man, came back into power in the 1300s, and then put his brother Jacob into slavery. All right, around 1492. Okay, all right, that's what happened. Right, so they were scattered again. Okay, the children were sent all over the place, even right here in America, the seed was scattered. Okay, they were shipped off to different families and so forth. All right, if you can understand that. All right, the slaves. All right, verse 31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four corners, from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now we went to Deuteronomy 28:64, it said it was scattered, they would be scattered from one end of the earth to the other. You see how that comes together? All right, so they're going to be redeemed from one end to the other by these ships that are going to come in and get them out of here. Okay, that's how it's going to go down. These ships are going to come in, these chariots, these UFOs are going to take them out of here before the destruction comes. And the destruction is headed here swiftly and fastly. Okay, it's coming fast. All right. You know, Putin has declared if they cross the line over there in any annexed land that he's going to launch. Okay, he's going to launch everything he got. Okay, all right, all right. So we know that we're in that time period where this generation is the last generation. Okay, all right. So let's go back to Isaiah chapter 13. Salakia. Let's go back quick. Isaiah chapter 13, verses 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of the hosts mustereth the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Okay, and what this is speaking of is the destruction of Babylon the Great, America, and he is mustering up the other nations to the battle to destroy Babylon the Great. All right, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. So it's not going to come, where it's going to be a rebuilding of this nation again. Okay, once America, Babylon is great destroyed, that's going to be the it. Okay, it's going to be the kingdom of heaven is going to come in. All right, because all these missiles are going to launch, all these nations are going to launch. So all these nations are going to be brought down and destroyed. Okay, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. They their faces shall be as flames. Okay, and why is it? Because they're going to hear that message that it's going to be a launch. Okay, that America is done. They're going to launch the nuclear missiles because there ain't going to be nowhere to hide. Okay, the only ones that's going to survive is these elite that are invested in these underground bunkers. Okay, and even if they go in the bunkers, they may not survive, or after they're going to be faced with slavery. All right, they're going into slavery, every last one of them. Okay, at the hands of the children of Israel. All right, okay. All right. So there, I read verse 8 again, and they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Okay, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Okay, and the haughtiness of the terrible is these elite uh, 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 um, billion trillionaires that have trying to bring forth new world order, trying to remake Babylon the Great America in their own image. Okay, so real soon they're going to come in, they're going to bring down this economy, all right, totally, and they're going to come in with their own new currency, and it's going to be all out hell in the earth. All out hell is coming to Babylon the Great. Okay, because when there ain't no food, when you can't use that dollar no more, people ain't gonna know what to do. Okay, so we'll start with Ezekiel 7:1. All right, because evil and only evil is coming to America, Babylon the Great. Ezekiel 7:1. All right, all right, and we've been sent as watchmen to warn you of this, what's coming. Okay, real soon. All right, because when the economy crash, it's gonna come unexpected, and people, it's gonna be all out chaos. All right. Okay, Ezekiel 7, and it says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, also, thou son of man, thus saith the Lord power unto the land of Israel, and end is and end the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Okay, now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and I will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. And my eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Thus say, for verse 5, thus saith the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come, and end is come. The end is come. It watches for thee. Behold, it come. So the evil is upon us. Okay, the end is here. Okay, that's what we're pronouncing today. That the end is here. Okay, the end of this rulership. The end of this rulership by Esau Edom is over. It's finished. All right, the Lord is bringing forth our righteousness, and they, on the other hand, Esau Edom is bringing forth the wickedness, all right, by bringing forth this new world order and great reset. Okay, all right, the economy is going to be is being destroyed on purpose. All right, by them, they're going to bring in a draconian laws in which there's going to be a CBDC system set up just like they have in China, and I think they have one in Russia as well. Okay, and it's going to be run on blockchain, I believe. All right, which is an accounting system. All right, so you're not going to be, and they're going to track you by way of the RFID. All right, or the implant. Okay, they're going to track you with the implant. All of this in the book for Agenda 2030. Okay, all right, Agenda 2030. Uh, 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 that's in there. The implant, bodily, the body. The internet of bodies. Okay, all right, the internet of things. All right, so they want to put an implant into you to track you, and they want to also charge you for carbon usage. All right, that's in on the books by the World Economic Forum. All right, so you can look these things up. All right, so evil and only evil is coming. All right, so you need to get right with the Lord, and mainly uh, you need to have that covering of the Most High with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding coming from the Bible. Okay, all right. You need that covering. Okay, Isaiah, Isaiah 30, chapter 30, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, speaking of the children of Israel, the Israelites, you Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Woe to the rebellious children, said that Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me. And that cover, I spoke of the covering, right? That's what's going to get you salvation with this word. The word is going to get you salvation, right? The covering of the word, right? All right. Returning back to the Lord, the commandments to the best of your ability. We can't keep the commandments. That's why we needed Yahweh Shai, the Hamashiach, his sacrifice. All right. But we can establish it by seeking to keep the law to the best of our ability. All right. But anyway, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. So you need the Lord's spirit on you to survive what's coming. For what's coming, if you don't have the spirit of the Lord, you're going to be put to death. All right. And that they may add sin to sin. All right. So I read that again. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That walk to go down into Egypt. We're in another Egypt right now. Okay, if you look on the back of your dollar, you see a pyramid on there, and you see an eagle. Okay, we was in bondage in Egypt, and now we're in America. Okay, to let you know that we're in another Egypt, as the Lord prophesied we would be, in Second Edges chapter 15. Okay, okay. So verse 2: that walk that go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So this is a mere shadow. America, Babylon the Great, is a mere shadow. Okay, just like any other kingdom that has fallen before it, it's gonna fall real soon. All right, it's falling right now. The dollar is falling. Okay, that's why all these other countries, their currencies are beginning to fail, like the UK right now. The pound has fallen. Okay, it collapsed yesterday on the 25th of September 2022. Okay, all right. Verses 3: therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh, trusting in America, Babylon the Great, shall Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Because when all this breaks out, when you stick your ATM card in ATM and it don't push out no money for you, you're gonna be confused. All right, because they gonna decide when this get cut off. All right, everything gonna get cut off. All right, because they're gonna institute chaos in order to bring in the Constitution. Okay, in that, because it's gonna be so much chaos, they're gonna be able to do that very easily by declaring martial law and a national emergency. Okay, okay, that's gonna be done very easily, and they're already prepared for it. All right, they got the soldiers ready to go. They got the FEMA camps all over America. The 10 FEMA zones already mapped out to put you in there. All right, all those who buck up and come against this new world order. All right. Trust me, it's gonna happen. All right. Let's go to Daniel 12 and 2, 12 and 1. All right. Daniel 12 and 1. All right. Slacking. Daniel 12 and 1. All right, we'll go down to verses I said, okay, Daniel 12 and 1, and it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. How you doing? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Oh, yeah. Am I homeless? No. No, I'm not homeless, bro. But, yeah. Yeah, you got a question? No, I'm just trying to get saved. Oh, you're trying to get saved? Oh, okay. All right. So let me go into it with this gentleman right here. Do you mind being on camera? All right. So, all right. Okay. You can step back a little bit. All right. So, okay. Salvation. What do you know about salvation?
I know my ABC. I believe it's Dad Cross.
All right, so so he died on the cross for you. Okay. All right, so uh, I'll ask you this: what's your nationality? What is? Where do your people come from? Who are your people? Who are your people? So were your grandfather and everything, did they inherit this land by taking down the Native Americans? Did they inherit? Did they? Uh, do you know? You don't know. You don't know whether they did. Well, I will explain this to you basically. Okay. The people who, because I don't know either, because I don't know you, the people who the came in, the so-called European, the so-called white man, like yourself, came from Europe, right? And they came, Christopher Columbus, all of them, they came over and they took this land, America, right? You read about that, right? You know about that, right?
No.
Native Americans, Native Americans, uh, conquered them, put them on reservations. You don't remember that? Yeah, you need to read about that. That's very, very vitally important. I'm giving you the history up front, but this is the King James version of the Bible. That's the original Bible. All right. But I'll tell you in a brief what's going to happen so you understand. Okay, if you are a part of the people that came over here and took this land and inherited this land, okay, the resources that are in it, and the Native Americans and the people that were here, okay, then that would more than likely you would be a part of the family of the Edomites. Okay, we, on the other hand, the Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanic people are of the Israelites. Okay, okay. So we're the people in the Bible. You guys are the people in the Bible as well, but you are the people that the Lord basically gave this kingdom for a short season of time until the Israelites began ruling. All right, okay. You guys came over here. Your people. But I'm not. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you come from. You come through the lineage. But either way, when it comes to salvation, it's going to be given to only the Israelites and their seed. Yeah. All right. Nice meeting you too.
You have Facebook? Are you?
Yeah, I'm on I'm on a YouTube. All right. Under the Sons of Asaph, and I'm on a Yakanan Banya house. Okay. All right. Nice to meet you too. All right. All right. You too. All right. So get back to the lesson. He was asking how he could receive salvation. I can't get that to him. All I know is that if he's in the lineage, more than likely of Esau Edom, then more than likely, uh, um, he's going to basically be going to the kingdom in slavery. He's going to go into slavery. He's going to be destroyed over here on this side. Okay, and that's basically what's going to happen. Is the nation of Edom going to be destroyed, as we all know? If you don't know, you know now. They're going to be destroyed. They came over here and they destroyed the Native Americans, and I find it very difficult that he does not know that they came over here and they destroyed the Native Americans to take this land. Everybody knows that, but maybe they're not teaching that in school anymore. I don't know. It's crazy, but all right. So I don't know. This Bible here is a little bit different. Let me read this scripture here at Daniel 12:1, because right now we're getting ready to come into that. We're at the end and we're going into that trouble. Okay, that great trouble. Daniel 12:1. Yeah, I guess it's correct. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was, since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that should be found written in the book. Okay, and those ones written in the book will be the elect of Israel. Okay, the chosen seed through the Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, the seed lines thereof. Okay, all right. So, all right. So we're coming into that trouble right now, and we're sending out the warnings at a high level. We're sending out the warnings at a high level, at a very high level, right? Right. So, second Esdras, let's see here, chapter 9 and verses 7. We're going to that real quick. All right, second Esdras 9 and 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by his faith, by going out here doing the work like we're doing now, okay, the men of the Lord on the highways and the byways, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation, in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning, the elect. They are sanctified from the beginning, the foundation. All right. All right. And through regeneration and reincarnation, their elect spirits are brought back. The bodies are destroyed, but the elect spirits are brought back. All right. Okay. But this is what's going to happen to those who refuse the gospel. Whoever refuses the gospel, this is what's going to happen. It says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. All right. All right. So the covering that I talked about in Isaiah chapter 30 is not going to be upon them. All right. And that's what's coming. That's what the grace period, the grace was all about, to prepare you for this evil time that was coming before Yahushua return. Okay. Verse 10, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. All right. So a lot of people that go around believing that, they a lot of Israelites, Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos believe that they can just get away. It's like, well, I'm a good person, and they think that's going to get them into the kingdom of heaven. But the Lord is saying, here, I'll read that again. And they, verse 11, and they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when it as yet place of, well, let me start up above that. I missed it. All right. Verses 9, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life, for such as in their life have received benefits. They received benefits. They got cars, they got houses, they got all kinds of things. All right. But it says, and have not known me. Okay. So they have not seeked the Lord. All right. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. Okay, so when you talk to them, you say, look, brother, you need to come back to the Lord, man, before it's too late. Read the Bible. They despised it. That's what the Lord is talking about. All right. But this is what's going to happen to them in verse 12, the second Esdras 9 and 12. The same must know it after death by pain. Okay. And therefore be thou, he told Esdras, therefore be thou not curious, the angel, how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Okay, so it's going to be a terrible time. The Lord is going to release the angels to put the spirit on people, on these wicked people. All right, and they're going to be seeking food, shelter, everything, and they're going to be mercilessly killing. And then you got the martial law that's going to be declared, You know, they're gonna release those mercenaries that come in here to quell the violence, and they're gonna be murdering people left and right. And that's what we're warning you about. Okay, it's gonna be a time like no other. All right. Ezekiel 9 and 4. Okay. Ezekiel 9 and 4. Right. Ezekiel 9 and 4. And it reads, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark. Okay. And this mark is the water and its exemption from judgment. And began at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Okay. So what you have to understand is that's what's coming now. Okay. These prophecies are for now because let me read this to you. Ecclesiastes 13, 3 and 15. 3 and 15. Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. That which has been is now, and that which is to be has already been. And the Most High requireth that which is past. Okay, so the prophecies were written for the Israelites now, but for the prophecies fulfillment, so we can see the prophecies as they fulfill, so we can be ready for them as they come. All right, I mean, because we can see the end being manifested before our eyes by these tokens, by these prophecies. All right, that are coming forth on the earth. All right, all right. Ecclesiastes 9 and verses 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, we just had a high magnitude earthquake just in Mexico the other day. All right, just a high magnitude earthquake, and a sinkhole opened up and sucked up down 2 people. I think it happened today. Hey, how you doing? Shalom. How you doing? All praises. That's right. All praises. All right. Shalom, Yasharala. Shalom, Yasharala. Shalom, Yasharala. Shalom to you. Yeah. All right.
All praise, man. My wife just saw you quickly. We were just in the store.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Hey, bro, tight, man. Keep it up, bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High. We'll leave it anytime.
Yeah.
You know,
so you from Winchester?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm actually down the road.
Okay. All praise.
Not too far. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Yeah. All praise. My name is Frank.
All right. I'm Yakanan on the channel.
Hey, okay, that's your YouTube, your YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna link up. I'm gonna give him my phone number, and we can stay. We can stay in touch differently.
All right.
Hey,
So
give it to Uncle.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
That's the most side, bro.
All right.
You ain't gotta say.
Yeah. So who you with?
So I mean, to be honest
studying?
with you, no, I'm studying still, but
Okay.
I'm studying pretty much every day. I do have my own YouTube channel too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do teach on the street as well too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do teach.
Right.
So, I watch most brother, right?
All right.
I watch GMS.
Okay.
I watch HOI, Sakari, WFI. You see what I'm saying? Because we are working for Mashiach, so pretty much, I watch IUIC, pretty much differently. So I get contact with brother from GMS. IUIC, Sakari, I'll be talking about. But I don't belong to a specific camp. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, there's not really none down here. So, but I study with GMS, man.
Oh, you said that's
yeah,
I know. I
that's
knew
what
right away when I saw you. I told
yeah,
my wife, that's right.
Those three.
I love the
three brothers down in New York City, man.
So you study with them?
Yeah, that's online, yeah. Of course. That's who I deal with. All the brothers in the GMS camp.
That's fine.
I don't deal with no other.
No,
I used to, but when I came to the truth, I found that I think they have the close to 100%.
No, I love GMS. I watch a lot of. We follow, for example, the elder. What is his name again?
Elder Tahar.
I follow Elder Tahar. I follow the brother in Canada. They have this brother in Canada. I can't remember his name again. Yeah, I follow.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
You know what? Because I'm getting ready to keep the feast of trumpet and the new moon. So I just want to get some stuff. So what I'm gonna do, bro? I'm gonna give you my phone, and you just put the phone number down right here for me, and we're gonna stay in touch. You see what I'm saying? We can be linking up,
All right.
The Most High move the spirit, men goings of the Lord. Proverbs 20 and 24. You see what I'm saying? How can a man understand? He's one way, So, yeah, man, it's a blessing because, I do teach not too much here. I'm mostly in Sterling. I go down Sterling, Leesburg.
Okay.
But I got kicked last week.
Yeah.
The corner was the Edomite showed up.
And they kicked you out?
He said, all these things. He said,
I got kicked out this weekend, yeah.
Where?
At the Latino market down here.
I'm telling you, that's where I'm trying to go.
Yeah, right. The Latino market right there at across from the farmers market, the new Farm Fresh over there, where they Harbor Freight.
Oh yeah, that's the food mart. You see?
Yeah, that's where we live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we live closer to that. Hey, say shalom to all the brothers, GMS, man. Shalom, man.
Brother right here.
Shalom, more prison, man. I'm talking to the Most High. How
That's good.
If I keep it up, man. Hey, I'm gonna come out here sometime. I'm gonna come out here sometime, and we can do it together, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come out here, bro. Ain't no big deal. I'm gonna come out here, bro, and then we do it, man. And also, I'm gonna come out here. We do it because myself. I've been doing this for almost like 3 years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been hitting the street, bro.
All right.
I've been hitting the street, man. But I got kicked. He's of the devil. You already know. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't say the truth. They don't want us because I was in a goose club, bro. And our people flowing through, But he's of the devil.
So where you from, Jamaica?
I could be, but I believe because so I was born and raised in Benin. Which is the former kingdom of Judah.
That's right.
I believe I'm in Judah. Okay. And because of my family in most Benin, I don't know anybody in the truth like I'm in the truth. So because the scripture said the Most High said he will wake up the Judah first, right? And then I believe, you see what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to push that thing in West Africa too. I got a couple of brothers that we're just doing the way definitely things, right?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, send your phone number and beautiful. Phone, man. Beautiful one, man. That's good. Shadow. You see, Uncle? I'm getting excited. That's fine. I'll pray the Lord. You can't see Israelite. I mean, we got Israelite here, but you can't see brother being the truth, man.
You're the first one we saw in Winchell.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
I've been teaching for now since 2017.
Oh wow! That's tough.
Yeah. So I think I studied for 3 years.
Very much myself. Studied like 3 years, 3 to 4 years, probably 3 years. Yeah. Shalom family, one more time. Praise God, man. It's a blessing. We don't come across our people being in spirit like that, man. That was a beautiful move from the Most High. But we're supposed to go to that store, right? And I said, no, I got to stop right here and grab my envelope before the sun goes down. My rib just called you, said, hey, look at this. He's all like that. So Frank is like, what? Let's check it out. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, the brother doing the work. That's good. That's good. Charlie,
I put it in there.
you said
Yeah,
that?
and I'll
Let me see.
when I talk, I give you my name and stuff. I'm off camera.
No, you good. No. That's why I'm hitting you with the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, bro.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yep, that's it.
Awesome.
All right.
So one thing. That's not.
All right. Well, that's great. That is fantastic.
Yeah, bro. Hey, I'm excited to see you, man. It's a blessing from the whole side, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Hopefully we see you again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how often do you come out here, bro?
Oh yeah. Well, when the spirit hit me, I got off work early. So I was like, I better get out here because they kicked me out over there, and I was like, went out this weekend for like I lasted for about an hour, and then I started up. I tried to talk to some Jehovah's Witnesses actually, try to get them straight. That didn't go so well. My time ran out, and then the guy kicked me out 30 minutes later after I started.
You sound good, bro. You're doing the work, man. You ain't better work. You know, look, I'll tell you, man, I've been kicked from so many places. I'll tell you, bro. I've been kicked. I used to be in Mercadito Hispano, and the store is owned by a barber, right? The barber showed up, right? And then he told me, him and his wife, they said, you can't teach the Bible, right? We don't want you to teach the Bible here. Straight up.
Yeah.
I left. Then I found a new spot. That spot again. He so showed up last week, told me, this is my property, you can't teach the Bible here. I moved. But before that, I got kicked from Lisbon. I used to go to the mall with another young brother. We got kicked from Lisbon. We got kicked from Sterling. They called the police on us. They called the police on us in a freaking restaurant. Yes, bro. Yeah, that's serious, man. I mean, doing this way, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
Bro, I'll tell you, man. Let me keep going. Hey.
Yeah. Right.
So one thing. Yeah. The most I bless you, man. Yeah, and I'm gonna hit you up, and then we see maybe I can come out here because I work early in the morning myself too. I work early in the morning, you know. So definitely, since I don't have a spot because I was praying on it to find a spot to start to continue the work. Now that I see you, I'm gonna see you. Sometime I gonna come out here and we do the work together, man. Okay. We do the work. All right. Okay. All right. I mean, I guess I get your number from you. What's yours? Let's see, put it in my phone. That's right. Like, you know what? I can test you. I'm gonna test you. Okay. I'll test you. Okay. Yeah, you keep on putting on the work. All right, that'll work. I'll test you. Yeah, it's good meeting you, man. Yeah, hey, it's your blessing. For us, when we go now, it's beyond it. It's beyond the feast, man. It's beyond the feast. Hey, keep on putting the work, bro. If there be anything I can help you out with, bro, you know, I'm gonna test you. You send my phone number. You holler at me, bro. If there be anything we can do for one another, bro. All right. I just live down, like maybe 10 minutes away from here. That is fantastic. That's great, man. Yeah, I'll bring it to the both sides. All right. I'll bring it to the both sides. Show me your shot. Come here, shot. I mean, say, come here, shot. Come here, shot. Oh, she got her friends along. Yeah. I mean, we gotta, you know, bro, we gotta. No, we gotta do it. That's cute. Yeah, we gotta do it, man. Yeah, that's right. Shalom, Jim. Shalom, brother. Shalom. Mighty work, man. Mighty work on the one side. Yeah. That's right. Anytime purpose. Right, yeah. Well, this place is about to go down, man. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Babylon got to go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, shoot. All right. Shalom, family. Shalom, man. Yeah. Bye. Praise. All right. So that was a great encounter because I've been kind of
by myself out here for all these years. So hopefully we can have the same doctrine and come together in the same understanding and come out here together. That'd be fantastic. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers. Double honors to the elders of great men. Shalom.